Scorpio Risings December 2022 has a huge focus on your financials, getting your money set and together, and also looking like a new routine that you embark on by the end of the month. If you're excited to dive into how this December 2022, the last rising sign video of this year, is going to play out in your life, do make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always updated for what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, welcome, I'm Maren. In this video, I'm using the tropical zodiac and whole sign houses as I'm using Western astrology techniques, particularly ancient Hellenistic. And if you would like to look into my courses or reading availability, I will have those linked down below. Might be booked up, might not be open right now, but I will have things that you can check into if you'd like to learn more. So from the 1st to the 2nd, Mercury in your 2nd house will score Neptune in your 5th house. There's a lot of energy in your 2nd house of finances to start out the month. So priority for the beginning of December is money and in-money direct income. Not really investments, not really complicated money, more so just direct income and getting your savings and budgeting on point. But it's scoring Neptune in your 5th house, which means that a creative project or overspending and simply having fun is definitely getting in the way of that. So some overspending or lack of clarity around what you're really embarking on creatively could be troublesome beginning of the month. Then on the 1st, Venus in your 2nd house will oppose Mars in your 8th house. This is showing some tension between what you want to do here and now with your money and what you want to do long term. Mars retrograde in your 8th house is a lot of focus on rethinking investments and rethinking your long-term financial plans. And a lot of energy right here, right now is showing that you're thinking about your finances today, but in the back of your head, you're like, is that going to be wise in the long term? And that's a major theme. Also on the 4th, Venus in your 2nd house will score Neptune in your 5th house. This is an aspect that can possibly hint at too good to be true, or thinking that because you don't have all the details, something that you're getting your hopes of about could happen. Likely you're going to have your hopes let down with Venus score Neptune, so I'd say err on the conservative financial side rather than thinking that everything can get resolved with some hopeful plan. On the 7th, we have a full moon in Gemini, and this is a pretty aggressive full moon. It's conjunct Mars exactly. This is happening for you in your 8th house of shared finances and investing. Not the end of the world, but it could be suddenly you're losing out on an investment. Losing an investment as in getting rid of it or selling it or ending a chapter of depending on someone else financially. It does look challenging, but it's not the end of the world, but it looks like an ending to something investment or financially. Then on the 8th, the sun in your 2nd house will oppose Mars in your 8th house. Again, highlighting that the focus on your immediate finances is different than what you would want to do long term, and that's a little bit of a tension for the beginning of the month. On the 9th, Venus does enter your Capricorn 3rd house. Now, Venus is values, harmony, and beauty, and the 3rd house is day-to-day routine, things like writing, things like schoolwork. It's our day-to-day tasks and the way that we're spending our time either interpreting and intaking information or putting it out there if we're writers ourselves. So Venus entering this area of your life is beautiful for the last half of the month to be dedicated towards focusing and building up a new routine that's really supportive, or taking on task work and writing that you feel like is a new beginning for you. Then on the 14th to the 15th, the sun in your 2nd house will score Neptune in your 5th house. Again, be careful about finances and getting your hopes up or overspending and thinking that it'll all be okay. Likely this is too good to be true and you want to err on the side of conservatism with your money. On the 17th to the 18th, Mercury in your 3rd house will trine Uranus in your 7th house. This is showing that suddenly a partner is really helping out with your new routine or your new writing project. So if you're close with someone or working with a partner one-on-one about these projects and about your new kind of day-to-day routine, your partner is being very suddenly supportive. On the 20th, Jupiter re-enters your Aries 6th house. So Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion, and the 6th house is either our coworkers and people that we're managing on a day-to-day basis, or our physical health and that priority of maintaining it through either addressing illness and health issues or diet and exercise if we're otherwise not really running into issues. So Jupiter re-entering this area of your chart shows that the priority that you had either over your health or managing your coworkers that was there over the summer is now re-emerging, and you have a priority here and now to focus more on your physical health and the people that you're managing. And that's usually kind of willing that that's something that you're wanting to expand, kind of like that it girl energy, very much what this transit shows. On the 21st to the 22nd, the sun in your 3rd house will square Jupiter in your 6th house. This is really positive between your productivity and your health or your coworkers getting along well. So Jupiter in your 6th is showing that either coworkers or your health is helping out that 3rd house routine a lot. On the 22nd, Venus in your 3rd house will be trine Uranus in your 7th house, connecting things going well around day-to-day routine with that partner of yours really helping out. And on the 23rd, there is a new moon in your Capricorn 3rd house. A new beginning around how you manage your day-to-day routine, your time, your commute, or a writing project that you're having to work on little by little. There's a really grounded, practical new beginning that seems like you are getting your routine together, which is really nice to see. Not that you don't, but maybe you don't. I don't know. It depends on the Scorpio. On the 29th, Mercury will station retrograde in your third house. So Mercury retrogrades in the third house suck. Not that big of a deal. It's more of a minor inconvenience. But Mercury is communication. The third house is communication. So it's like Mercury retrograde in your house of communication. Can I get just a little bit of mercy here? Not a big deal. But if you're working on a writing project, it might be a time to revise and edit it rather than move forward full speed. Finally, on the 31st, we end the month with Venus conjunct Pluto in your third house. Venus-Pluto is very intense values, very intense love, very much a like 50 Shades of Grey Wattpad kind of vibe if you're a writer here. If not, then it just shows very intense manipulation or values in an obsessive way coming out the end of the month. Not bad, it's not lingering or anything, but it does tone the end of the month. If you have any thoughts or comments you want to share about how this December sounds for your life, do let me know down below. I read almost everything that I can. On the subways, usually my comment reading time, and I'm always interested in hearing about how this is showing up in your life. So do let me know down below, and I hope that this is a fun month for you, as I like the astrology of this month. I'm excited for it. Now, the tarot card that we have for Scorpio Risings for this December is the Knight of Wands reversed. Now, the Knight of Wands is showing that you need to take action to actualize your dreams or actualize your goals. Inverted is showing that this is not the time to like full speed ahead, go after what you really want to execute. This is more the time to work on the back end of things, writing, editing, preparing. It's not the time to go full speed ahead or really execute what you're trying to finalize. Crazy to think that it was just a few years ago, alone in my NYU dorm room, that I was filming like 2017, 2018. I don't know if I don't remember the exact videos, but like that was me back then and this is me today, 2022. So small world. I will see you in the next one though, next year technically. Take care.
Oh, but there is